Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can apply for an SBA-backed loan of up to $250,000, some of which you do not have to pay back, which may constitute an alternative to the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Grant. And this program expires in a few days' time, so after you watch this video, ensure you apply for it as soon as possible. Now, what did I tell you on the last video? That while Democrat lawmakers, Republican lawmakers, the Trump administration, and President Donald Trump himself all work together to get deadlocked on negotiations for the next round of stimulus. They all collaborated to block your potential second and third round of stimulus checks pursuant to the Problem Solvers Caucus bill, bipartisan bill that they unveiled last week. $450 to $600 a week enhanced unemployment insurance payments, $50 billion for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program after we called the chairman of the Problem Solvers Caucus demanding that they funded the SBA's full disbursement of the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Grant to all legitimate small business applicants. Government officials were able to play nicely and pass funding for the continuing resolution, the stopgap measure that ensures the federal government stays open beyond September 30th until December 11th, 2020. So they were able to pay nicely and compromise. And just listen to how they compromised. Democrats agreed to providing tens of billions of dollars in funding for farmers through the Commodities Credit Corporation. Remember, they had actually excluded that from the original legislation that they unveiled. They stated that they did not want to provide that funding. Their argument was that they didn't want the administration siphoning any of that funding to oil refineries and oil producers. So they blocked the administration from actually taking that money and giving it to oil producers, to the oil industry. In exchange, the administration agreed to packaging $8 billion for food assistance and an extension of food benefits to families with school-aged children. The bill passed in the House with a vote of 359 to 57. New York Congresswoman representing that state's 14th District, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, voted present for the bill. So they got that out the way, and that clearly proves that these people can work together. And I told you the truth, unlike all of these YouTubers claiming money is coming, confirmed, finally. The bill for the next round of stimulus today goes on the floor. People had the gall, the audacity to say last week that a bill for the next round of stimulus was going to go out on the floor of Congress this week. It's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. I told you it wasn't happening. They tried to block this continuing resolution. It was a weak attempt. They found compromise. They were able to play nicely, yet all of these people are lying. And I'm not going to name them directly. You know who they are. People prepare, they depend on this information. They probably prepare, like, maybe I could pay my rent this month, or maybe I can go ahead and buy the good almond milk because I'm going to receive this funding from the federal government. Finally, disaster relief is coming. Finally, that next stimulus check is coming through. Finally, that enhanced insurance payment is coming through. And people plan accordingly. You can't do that. It's despicable what people are doing at this particular moment in time. And let them know in your comment section on those videos to stop it. Stop it. To stop it. So, government officials, while they have completely abandoned negotiations for the next round of stimulus, I'd like to focus on programs that are still available to the American people pursuant to the CARES Act, such as this Community Advantage Recovery Loan Program, the CARL program. It offers financial assistance through loans of up to $250,000 for small businesses, part of which you do not have to pay back. The Small Business Administration actually makes the first 6 months of payments for this loan. You have anywhere from 5 to 10 years to pay back this loan, and 25 years if you're using the funds for real estate. The interest rate equates to the prime rate plus 6%, and I believe that number is variable, so it may be competitive to other forms of financing that are available out in the credit markets today. CA lenders, the Community Advantage lenders, are required to provide at least 15 hours of technical assistance. This comes in the form of training and other programs to businesses in order to strengthen their financial resiliency against future economic fallout. So they have to provide that technical assistance within the first 6 months of after dispersing the loan, and you have to apply for this as soon as you finish watching this video. I'm going to give you the list of institutions that are actually dispersing funds for the CARL program. They have to approve your loan by September 27th, 2020, in a couple of days, and they have to disperse the loan by October 5th. 6 months from that time, October 1st, I'm sorry. 6 months from the time that they disperse this loan, they have to provide at least 15 hours of technical assistance, of training to enhance your online presence, to help you reduce your costs, and institute all of these programs and tactics in your business to make you more financially resilient, and you'll be more, you'll be able to withstand any further economic disruption that the pandemic has dealt, or any other disaster or anything else may blow onto the government. Typically, CA lenders would be able to charge $2,500 or 9% of the loan to borrowers. In order to provide this technical assistance, the Small Business Administration is actually covering these costs, so borrowers don't have to come out of pocket. The CA lenders also go into agreements with other mission-oriented organizations, so those organizations can refer applicants to these institutions to apply for the CARL program. They would typically pay $3,000, up to $3,000 to these organizations. So these organizations would refer applicants. Borrowers do not have to come out of pocket. You don't have to pay for the cost of anybody referring you to go ahead and file an application for the CARL program. CA lenders, Community Advantage lenders of the CARL program loan, have to disperse at least 60% of their loans to businesses in underserved areas, including but not limited to the following areas: low to moderate income areas with a special focus on low and very low income areas, businesses who have 50% or more of their employees generating low incomes, businesses in promising zones, businesses owned by veterans, new businesses, businesses in empowerment zones, businesses in hub zones, businesses in rural areas, and businesses in opportunity zones. The Small Business Administration guarantees 85% of loans at $150,000 or less, and 75% of $250,000 loans or less. Again, you have anywhere from 5 to 10 years to pay back the loan and apply for it as soon as possible. And 25 years for real estate. Apply for it as soon as possible because they have to approve you for the loan by September 27th, 2020. Right now on the screen, you have a list of organizations that disperse funds for the CARL loan. At the very top, you can see Action East, serving the areas of New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Hampshire, all the way down to Flagship Enterprise Center, serving Indiana. Then you've got Fresno Community Development Financial Institution, serving the state of California, all the way down to Montana Community Development Corp., serving Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, 5 bordering counties of Oregon, and Northern Economic Initiative Corp., serving Michigan and 5 bordering counties in Wisconsin, and PCR Small Business Development, serving the state of California, all the way down to Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation. Go ahead and feel free to take a screenshot of the list of institutions that are dispersing funds through the CARL program and type the institution's name on Google so you can get the organization's contact information, and you can find out what are the requirements you have to fulfill to apply for the Community Advantage Recovery Loan Program. And do it after you subscribe to this channel and watch this video until the end, because the program expires on September 27th. Institutions have to approve your application for a CARL by September 27th, 2020, and disperse funds by October 1st, 2020. And let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Watch this video right here for continued economic injury disaster loan grant and stimulus coverage. Click the like button if you like the video. Click the subscribe button to stay on top of my findings. We mobilize like no one else will, as you can clearly see how we move the needle, ladies and gentlemen. And we will continue to upload more coverage on the economic injury disaster loan. What are the developments and negotiations for stimulus? Because they have to move on it. They had to move in the continuing resolution because it would have been too much to bear. You got a public health crisis. You've got economic crisis. You've got congressmen and congresswomen, congresspeople, and the administration and government officials dragging their feet in the next round of stimulus. It would have been too much to bear to shut the government down and have all these government employees potentially vote everybody out. So you see they can clearly vote nicely, and we say the truth on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. These people can play nicely, and we're going to demand they do it until they get you all the monetary ammunition you need to save and feed your families, save your businesses, keep your employees on payroll, and ultimately save this country. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America and everybody else on this planet. Talk soon.